Hi, and thanks for tuning into my channel HR Tech. Hope you're all doing good. If we talk about the HR guys, HR professionals who are specifically working in recruitment, in hiring, in talent acquisition, a lot of time the line managers call them and ask them, "Hey, so and so person is in my department has resigned. I need a replacement." Or so and so person is not up to the mark. I'm really sick of him or her. So please find me a replacement. And the HR guys goes here and there calling that I need CVs, I need resumes, I need a software guy, I need an IT guy, I need a programmer, I need a developer. So the hiring activities goes on. What is the other solution to it? Developing talent. Succession planning, talent development is a very useful thing and the core responsibility of HR in hand to hand with the line managers. Now in this video, I'm not going to take much of your time and jump on to a very handy, practical and useful format that you can use for potential candidates in your respective team and actually develop a complete program in this format. Now, if you take you through and give you a glimpse of this format, it's of different sections, and here you can see and take a review or a snapshot of this format which covers each and every information, and you can use it as a complete program for talent development. So now let me explain you one by one. I'm not going to take much of your time. Here comes the main heading, that is actually the talent development plan. Now if we move on to this section over here, you can see the area that I've highlighted. Over here you can put in the logo of your company, HR Tech, that comes over here. And over here is actually all the information regarding this format: the document number, the policy number, which date it was made, and how many pages does it comprise for. So now we come to the first section, and in the first section we have the complete detail of the successor who is going to be developed for a respective position. Now this particular successor, his name is Muhammad Salman Ali, and currently he is working as a construction manager, as you can see over here, and he is being developed, or the destination role for him is the project manager. So a construction manager being developed for the position of the destination role is of a project manager. Now comes the information. First of all is the successor's name, and that comes over here. Then comes the successor's grade. So whatever grading system is in your company, or the narrow level if it's Mercer, or if it's any other designation system, you can enter over here. So it's D2, and then the department that the successors belong to, and then there is the talent development period for which it's being made. So it's being made for 2022 till 2023, and then his placement in the 9 grid box. So let me tell you that this talent development program is actually somewhere linked with the 9 grid box. 9 grid box is a framework that is used for succession planning and talent development. You can Google it and get some information about it. So his or her placement in the 2021 9 box, that comes over here, and then the last 3 years performance rating, whatever the ratings are for 2021, 2020 and 2019, that is the last 3 years. That is EEO and not applicable because he may be out of the company or he was not assessed. So that is the information. Then comes the employee number, the current position as I went through, the department, the destination role, and the career line, whether it's a specialist role or it's a journalist role. And what is the retention risk? You may use any of the framework that is being used in your company. The retention risk for that particular position is medium, and rotation, if it's done in the previous years, you can write yes or no. And what is his or her willingness to relocate? Is he willing to relocate to some other office of the company? That is mentioned over here. And then the line manager's name, which is really important because the talent development plans not only depends on HR, but it highly depends on the team lead or the line manager. So the line manager's name come over here. This completes our first section. Then comes the second section, that is the key critical position matchup. Now over here you write the current position or the current role of that particular person who is being developed. construction manager to a project manager. Immediate replacement, if he is immediately replaced for this position, he cannot be a project manager immediately. He can only be a construction manager. Within 1 year, this particular person can be a construction manager mechanical. Like you give him a particular area, mechanical, chemical, electrical. Within 2 to 3 years, he'll be groomed as a site manager, and then within 3 to 5 years, he'll be developed as a project manager. So that completes section 2, and this is a pictorial snapshot, a very, you could say, in a diagramical view. You can present it to the person in the presentations or in printed form as well. So it's the same as we discussed right above in the section. The first move is construction manager mechanical. It's a lateral move. Then within 2 to 3 years, site manager, and then within 3 to 5 years, it's project manager. So he moves from this role to this role within 3 to 5 years, and it's a complete framework and a development plan. Now comes some more information. That is section 3. You identify the key achievements or the challenges for the last year. What were the key achievements? What has he done? You need to mention it over here. So if you see, it gives you a very complete snapshot. Any person who does not know the person who is currently on this role and who is being developed, like this particular person, can have a very good view of what that person was and what that person is and what he is going to be in a few years of time. Then comes the next section, that is section 4. Now, the successes, areas of passion, that is really important. What is his passion? What are the areas that he's interested in? Like, it's an engineering role, so he's interested in plant construction, in plant piping, in windmill installation. Then there are some more useful information. Does the successor have a 5-year career plan in place? Does the successor development objectives help achieve the 5-year career plan? And does the 5-year career plan align with the actions identified in the successor's readiness plan? So accordingly, you can answer these questions. Then the development objectives, the performance management goal, are in the next section, that is section 5. What are the development objectives of this particular role that needs to be highlighted over here and acted upon? Then the section 6, it gives you an insight into the educational qualification of the person. What is the degree that that person has, the university that he studied from? What is the location of the university and in which year, and what were the major? Like, he's done engineering from Lahore in 1990. The university is UET, that is mentioned, and then the majors are in mechanical. So what were the key roles that the person was manning upon before joining HR Tech? So you mentioned the position, the key roles, the company that person is working on, has worked in, the location, and then the accomplishment in those companies. So you get an educational background and his previous experience in this section. Then comes the section 6, it's the B part. The first one was the A part. The profile within the organization. Within HR Tech, what is the experience of the person? He's construction manager mechanical, and which business unit does he belong? What is the department, and from what is the tenure? From what time has he worked in this organization? Now here comes a very, very major and important section, that is the strength and the development areas. We highlight these as the strength and the development areas, not as the weaknesses. So as you can see over here, we have identified 3 competencies that are actually figured out through a framework. You can use your own framework as well over here, like the person. The strengths are identified as integrity, passion and energy, and result focused. So there's a drop down menu of a list of strengths that you can actually select upon, and from here you can select all the three competency strengths of that particular incumbent. Then the development areas, that are the areas of focus. So over here it's managing performance, that is the development area, the vision, and the strategic thinking. So if we move on to the next section, which is section 8, you need to complete the what part, the why part, and the how part. What is the development area? That is mentioned over here. Why is it important for this particular role that he needs to be developed as a project manager? So why managing performance is important. And then how. What is actually the intervention that is going to take place for this, how to increase managing performance. Like in this case it's a stretch assignment or a vision that needs external trainings, or for strategic thinking the person needs to do self-study. So you identify the main intervention over here and a little bit of information as to how you'll do it. Like stretch assignment, relevant department managers special stretch assignments for 1 week in finance section to better understand financial management, budgeting, and cost control. That is important for a project manager to understand, and by understanding through the stretch assignment he'll be able to manage performance better, self performance, and the performance of the team and the performance of the project. And then comes the when part. When is this gonna happen? Like how long is it? Is it for 1 week, for 1 month, for 1 year, for 6 months? So that is identified over here, and obviously then there's a cost for it, the travel cost or the training cost or the assignment cost. What are the expenditures that are going to be mentioned over here? And then the responsibility. The primary responsibility in this intervention is of the line manager, which will be supported by the HR department or the HR business partner. In the next section, that is the external training, it will be supported by the HR business partner and the training department. So this section, actually the section 8, let me highlight, is the core of this talent development program and a very key and major area that needs to be focused on. Then are the discussion points that are going to be highlighted and mentioned over here when the meeting takes place between that particular person who is being developed for the role, the HR head or the HR business partner, the president or the business unit head of that particular division, and the line manager. All will be sitting in one particular meeting and discussing all these things. And it may not be a one meeting, it may be 2 to 3 meetings to discuss all these agenda points over a period of time, and it's going to be happening time after time after time. And then obviously once these are discussed, agreed, then they'll be approved by the line manager over here with his signature and date, as you can see. And on the other side, the CHRO may sign it, or the HR business partner or the head HR may approve this document. And then you can act upon this document and actually start working on the interventions and use this format as per your requirement. So hope you like the format, and I'll meet you soon. Thank you so much.